Hi everybody, David Pintaric with William R. Pintaric and Associates, a financial planning and wealth management firm in Youngstown, Ohio. What do we mean when we talk about the stock market? When you hear people say the market was up today or the market was down, what do they mean? Whether that person is an investment professional like those of us at William R. Pintaric and Associates or a person in the media, generally they are referring to the Dow Jones Industrial Average when people talk about the stock market. But that isn't always the case. There are other stock markets, not only in the United States, but also across the world. Let's take a quick look at these so you have a better feel about what people are talking about when they say the market. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, or the Dow, is an index that tracks 30 large publicly owned blue chip companies trading on both the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. The Dow Jones was named after Charles Dow, who created the index back in 1896, along with his business partner, Edward Jones. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is the second oldest U.S. market index after the Dow Jones Transportation Average, which contains 20 transport stocks such as railroad and trucking companies. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was designed to serve as a proxy for the broader U.S. economy. As I said earlier, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is comprised of 30 companies, and most will be well known to you. Companies like American Express, Apple, IBM, Exxon, Boeing, Walgreens, Walmart, and others are included in the index because of the size of the company as well as the stable and consistent earnings. However, changes in the companies in the index do occur as our economy changes over the years. Let's face it, things are different in the world today versus 1896 and even 1996. As I said earlier, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is not the only market index in America, and certainly not the only one in the world. The Standard & Poor's 500 stock index is another measure of the market, this time representing 500 companies versus the 30 in the Dow. There are several companies that are in both indexes. IBM is one example, as are Microsoft and Apple. Because of the greater number of companies in the S&P 500, this index is considered a broader measure of the U.S. economy. A third index is the Nasdaq Composite Index, referred to as simply the Nasdaq, which has over 2,500 companies listed. The index's composition is nearly 50% technology, with consumer services, healthcare, and financials the next most prominent industries. So its makeup is different than that of the Dow. However, there are some companies that are listed in both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, and for that matter, the Dow as well. Generally, though, when you hear the market, people are referring to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. One misconception is if the Dow is doing good, the economy is doing good, or if the Dow is down, the economy is doing bad. It's not necessarily accurate. Remember, the Dow Jones is just 30 companies. So those companies could prosper while the rest of the company could do poorly. But generally, the economy in all three of those markets move together. Good economic times are usually good for the stock market. I did mention there are stock markets outside the United States. There's the Tokyo Stock Exchange, a London Stock Exchange, one in Hong Kong, and another in Shanghai. The Financial Times Stock Exchange 100 Index, also called the FTSE 100, FTSE, or informally the FTSE, is an index of the 100 companies listed on the London Stock Exchange with the highest market capitalization. It is seen as a gauge of prosperity for businesses regulated by United Kingdom company law. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index stands for the Morgan Stanley Capital International, MSCI, and is an index used to measure equity market performance in global emerging markets. The MSCI World is a stock market index of 1,603 stocks from companies throughout the world. The index includes securities from 23 countries, but excludes stocks from emerging and frontier economies, making it less worldwide than the name suggests. There are many more stock indexes in the world. This gives you an idea of what we're talking about when we say the market. I hope this was informative to you, and thank you for watching.